Gentlemen, you both receive your instructions in the dressing room. Gentlemen, you both receive your instructions in the dressing room, so I expect you to obey my commands. Ya recibiste las instrucciones en el camerino, así es que ponte listo. Esa guardia siempre arriba. Protect yourselves at all time. Remember, we're here to see a good, clean fight. That's what I expect. Una pelea limpia y profesional. Es lo que espero yo. Suerte. Tocan guantes.
Took a moment for them to touch up gloves after Robert Velez, the third man in the ring, requested that from Gabriel Flores Jr. and Luis Alberto Lopez. He works as part of Gabriel Flores Jr.'s advisory team. But nonetheless, I'm here, Bernardo soon alongside Timothy Bradley, and we keep seeing this about Gabriel Flores. This is a step-up fight. This is another step in the right direction, and the man who's stepping forward is Luis Alberto Lopez.
Oh yeah, getting jumped right there, starting off quick. Flores seemed very confident and composed inside the fighter meetings, just as well. Ooh, that right hand. Just as well in the beginning of this fight, but right now he's a bit uncomfortable.
All right, so Lopez said he was going to close the gap on Gabriel Flores Jr., and Jr. said he's going to have to eat some jabs coming in. The left hook from Gabriel Flores Jr. getting off the line.
See, and Flores is going to have to do this all night long. Lopez is going to be in his face. He has a ton of experience. He's going to use that experience. He knows he's not going to give a young fighter with that supreme skill time to think.
See blood from the mouth of Gabe Flores Jr. early on here.
And did you see how Lopez closed the gap? How he dipped down low and then came up. He left his feet and shot a jab right down the middle and caught Flores. Good combination right there, though, by Flores.
Yeah, nice right hand to start that combination from Flores. And El Venado Lopez told us, look, people see my height, but they don't account for how quick my feet were getting on the inside. And that's what he's looking to do here against Flores, who goes low.
Pick him up. Box.
Flores seems to have settled down now after that quick rush from Lopez to start the fight.
Yeah, that's what he needs to do. He needs to take his time. You know, when you're flustered like this and a guy starts really quick on you and you wasn't expecting it, just take your time. Play defense. You know, use your defense to your advantage.
Oh, there's a big right hand from Lopez, and it's that left hand that he kept down. And Gabe said, I'm going to beat Gabe Flores, and if he gets caught, it's going to be because he continued to beat Gabe Flores and didn't pick up that left hand.
He's going to continue to get hit with that overhand right, and that's the weakness that I saw in Flores in his last fight that he got away with and was able to get a KO win.
Another low blow.
That's two. Pick him up. Box.
That's a lot of adversity in round one for Gabe Flores Jr. A second warning for low blows. He got rocked and then bleeding from the mouth.
Let it go. He's free. He's free. Punch him. Right. Stop punching.
For tonight only, boxing fans can play in a free top-ranked boxing pool.
Lopez lands his right hand, looping right hand. How did he set it up? He dropped down to the body, changed levels right here. There it is. Bringing the eyes down of Flores and then looping the shot right around that glove. You see that glove? As he moves straight back, drops just ever so slightly. Left a little room for that right hand of Lopez.
And to be fair to Gabriel Flores, he had his right hand up. He just had to bring it down because of the feint.
Exactly. And when the guys change levels, they pretend they're going to go to your body. It's a setup. You know, it's like laying out a piece of cheese for a mouse or, a rat, before you catch him with the shot that you're really looking for.
Lopez still on the attack, and he gets caught by Flores with a 1-2 combination as Flores starts to move around. He did spar with Gervonta Davis for this fight, and he said, he taught me how to stand my ground in the ring. Well, he's choosing to use his legs right now.
Well, I saw that confidence, and I think that has a lot to do with the fact that he sparred Gervonta Davis, and you kind of gauge. The champion, I'm sure that he didn't go full out on him, but you kind of gauge on how they manage the rounds. Gervonta Davis being who he is. And, one thing I asked him, I said, how was his defense? He said his defense was phenomenal. I was like, did you learn that from him? He said, yes, I learned that.
He did learn to get away from that right hand of El Venado Lopez, who now takes a couple of good shots from Gabe Flores Jr., who seems to have a little swelling on the left side of his face.
Stop. Break. Step back.
See, the one thing about Flores is he's game. He's game. He has a big heart. He's been down before in a couple of fights previous to this one. And he was able to, beautiful shot. He was able to make adjustments and win that fight clearly.
Now, what's unacceptable here is Gabe Flores with a 3-inch reach advantage getting out jabbed by Lopez. But here comes a quick right hand from Gabe Flores Jr., who's now on the stick.
And you hear a woo-hoo from Lopez. Seemingly having a good time inside the ring. Ooh, that was a beautiful body shot right there. Two-piece down, and then coming around the elbow of Flores Jr.
You see that right uppercut from Lopez, who then gets clipped by a right hand from Gabe Flores Jr., who's on that stick once again, and a looping right hand. This is an entertaining fight, and a type of fight that can teach Gabe Flores Jr. a lot. They're both hooting and hollering. Oh!
That's the shot right there that Lopez needs to be careful for. He got a lot of energy right now coming forward, yes. But the second half, he needs to be careful because that shot is instant for Flores. Automatic, and it's dangerous. A lot of power in that shot.
From Lopez once again, who now gets warned for a low blow on Flores.
Break. Stop punching.
Nice short uppercut from Lopez. Finds a way to get inside and land that looping right. Sometimes he's lunging, sometimes he's dipping.
I actually saw it was actually off the shoulder. Flores did a good job in lifting his shoulder. You see the redness on his shoulder from that right hand from Lopez.
Nice right hand from Gabe Flores Jr. Our own Mark Kriegel is with the world champion, Oscar Valdez, in his locker room. Alberto Lopez gets off to a quick start. On the ring mat, you see Fury Wilder 3, October 9th on pay-per-view. We hope you'll join us then.
Another overhand right there. And another pull back counter from Flores Jr. looking for that uppercut now and the left hook, the check left hook. Beautiful adjustment right there by Gabe Flores.
For Flores, it's about timing. Now he's learning when to catch Lopez right before he lunges in.
And one thing for Flores, when you're fighting a jury fighter like Lopez, you gotta be set and be ready at all times. You never know when this young guy or the short guy is going to explode on you. One thing Lopez does well, he closes the gap quickly. And he's figured out his ways, creative ways to land his shots, even though being a shorter man.
Nice looping shots there from Lopez.
And that got his attention.
Yes, it did.
That left hook to the body hurt Flores.
And now a right hand as Flores looks to land that left 45. Flores on his bike. They call him the deer, but he's not a deer in headlights. Lopez is in this fight and making Flores work hard.
Yeah.
Oh, big left hook counter.
That's the shot right there. It's not having much effect right now, but later in this fight, if Lopez keep letting those hands go, any fatigue set in, that's a deadly shot.
But that's also the difference in Flores, that he sometimes throws slapping shots and doesn't turn it over.
Yeah, that's all technique inside the gym. It's how you've been taught to throw shots. A lot of time, guys, they'll slap with their hands or open fists. The two knuckles at the top, these two knuckles, that's what you need to hit with, or at least try to hit with. The biggest knuckles that you have going on.
That's what Lopez landed with right there. Short left hook there from Gabe Flores Jr., who eggs on Luis Alberto Lopez.
Well, you wonder why he's getting hit with right hands over and over and over. Get your hand up, son. Get your hand up. Left hand needs to be up.
Because Lopez is the Marshawn Lynch of boxing. He's going to hit you in your face again, over and over and over.
Lopez hit one side, hit the other side, step back, smiled at Flores. He's having fun right now. He's in a groove.
That has happened to him in the past 2 weeks. To have Canelo step in, it means a lot to Oscar.
Yeah, I guess it does mean a lot to Oscar. I mean, I would like if Canelo was actually take the reins here. He's been through this process and helped the young fella through this whole process.
Amen. Quick start here from Gabe Flores Jr. Body and then to the head from Lopez. Lopez is relentless in his pressure. Not always effective, but when he can get inside, he'll make you pay like he does there with that left hook and then a short right hand.
Good tie-up right there from the young Flores. Took a couple of good shots, got buzzed a little bit, and you know, very smart to tie up, especially when you get buzzed inside the ring or hurt.
Oh, nice right hand, a counter when Flores was feinting. Lopez was punching.
Again, level change feint. He has experience that works for him. Dips low, just as he does here, and attempts another right hand over the top. And you still see no correction from the young fighter, Flores. Keep your left hand up, son.
You see the inflammation on the left side of the face of Gabe Flores Jr. His father will not be happy about that. He even said when he came back to the corner, this was such a close round. I need you to take over. Oh, there's a nice counter right by Gabe Flores.
You know, one of the hardest things, Bernardo, I can tell you, being a fighter that was light-fisted, I didn't have a whole lot of punching power, is it's hard to keep guys up off of you. When they don't respect you, they walk straight through you. They keep coming. There's nothing to deter them, excuse me. Nothing to slow them down, and this is what we're seeing right now. So you got to find ways to keep guys off of you. Dig down to the body, tie up and hold, you know. Make adjustments somehow so that way you can fight guys like Flores.
Earlier tonight, we had a fighter in René Tellez Giron who did not look the part, yet he put on a great performance against Eduardo Garza and pulled off the win. The same thing could be said about Luis Alberto Lopez. He doesn't look the part. He's short. He's got short arms, yet he finds a way to land those shots. And he's got Gabriel Flores' attention here in round 4 of a scheduled 10-round fight. And as he lands another big right hand, as this round comes to a close, a man with a big right hand and big left hooks to the body, Saul Canelo Alvarez. He's standing by with our own Mark Kriegel.
Al final somos un equipo que trabaja y que lo único que quiere es seguir creciendo y seguir cosechando triunfos, y eso es lo único que hacemos en el gimnasio.
I don't know if that's the case, but you know, we're a team and we're gonna keep being a team. If the critics are coming towards one of us, we're gonna be a team all the way, and that's what we're gonna take it.
You've been through a similar situation a couple of years ago with the clenbuterol and the hair follicle test. You tested negative. Did you have any advice for Oscar how to handle this situation?
No, mira, yo creo que cada quien pasa las cosas diferentes y cada quien las toma de diferente manera, pero lo único que pude decirle o acercarme en ese momento que lo vi agüitado cuando pasó todo, que todo va a pasar. Nosotros lo conocemos, es un gran peleador, es un peleador disciplinado, entregado en el gimnasio, un peleador responsable y que nunca, obviamente nosotros no sabemos qué es lo que, obviamente cómo come, siempre está en el gimnasio y es lo único que se encarga Eddie, ¿no? De entrenarlo y todo, pero nosotros sabemos la persona que es y estamos apoyándolo y que todo va a salir a la luz. La verdad siempre sale a la luz y nosotros hemos pasado por eso, ya lo pasamos una vez y sabemos que todo va a estar bien.
every situation is different, you know. Like when I saw him in the gym, a little sad, I told him about my experience, but everything will come out, you know, the truth will come out, and I just told him that everything will get through this.
Every case is different. Was the WBC, in your opinion, correct for allowing this fight to go on?
Claro, claro que es correcto, ¿no? Porque hicieron los exámenes que tenían que hacer y vieron que pues que todo estaba bien y pues aquí está la pelea, ¿no? Creo que ellos son los que saben si se hace o no. No puedo decir si está bien o mal, pero al final pues aquí está y yo estoy apoyando a Oscar y es lo único que me interesa, ¿no? No voy a decir si sí o si no, porque al final los que se encargan de decir que sí dijeron que sí y eso es lo que cuenta.
You know, I don't know if this is a good situation or a bad situation, but the WBC put the fight forward, and they're the ones that make the decision. I'm just here to support Oscar.
Champ, thank you for your time. I appreciate being here to answer those questions. Fellas?
Thank you very much. Canelo Alvarez, who will be looking to become the undisputed super middleweight champion against Caleb Plant later on this year.
Let him go.
Ooh, this is a 10-round battle. We're halfway point right now, and still no adjustments from Flores. It's only going to get worse from here on out because I see Lopez not getting tired, not spooked at all, and he's having his way anytime he wants to.
The face is swollen when you look at Gabe Flores, and Lopez looks like he hasn't been touched through the first 5 rounds of this fight.
Fix these holes in his game fast because he's on the verge right now of losing his fight if he doesn't turn things around.
Yeah, and he said, look, my performances will speak to how ready I am. Well, he's coming off of a 6-round knockout victory over Jason Velez, dropping him twice in round 6. So he showed late power and then finished him later on. But in the end, he's got a tough opponent in the ring tonight in Luis Alberto Lopez, who's got zero respect.
No respect. He just feinted Flores, got him to move out.
Oh, big right and left uppercut from Lopez.
Knocked on the side door, came through the front door. That's what Lopez did right there. Came around with a looping right hand and split right up the guard as Flores put his hand straight up to protect himself.
And Tim, we've talked about the bad habits before. You can get away with bad habits until you fight an opponent who can capitalize. Oscar Valdez did that with Burchell, and we're seeing Lopez doing that tonight with Flores.
Yes.
There's that stick and combination punching from Lopez, walking down Gabriel Flores Jr. There's a right hand from afar. Lopez first to the punch, and the accuracy from Lopez is pretty stunning against a defensive-minded fighter like Flores.
Let him go, let him go.
See, that's what he got to do. You got to tie him up, stay close, bang, bang Lopez, get back out, use his jab, move. Beautiful timing right there with the right hand, with the jab and the right hand from Flores. See, this is what he needs to do right here. On that stick, moving ever so slightly left and right, land combinations, and then tie up. Get away from the ropes.
Can't allow Lopez to get a 4-piece off with nothing until 10 seconds later. And there's that right hand from Lopez.
Stop punching. Whoa,
And stay off the
Keep it
ropes.
clean, guys.
Yeah. This is a very similar fight from what we saw with René Tellez Giron and Eduardo Garza. You've got a guy with skills. You've got a guy with all the amateur acumen that you could want. Yet you've got another fighter who just is relentless and has no respect and is going to keep pushing you back.
See, that's why it's very important to work on your physical strength. Everybody say, man, you built different, Tim. Yeah, I worked on my physical strength.